In the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 14, starting in verse 22, we have the story of Jesus walking on the water. I'm sure that you know the story. Anyway, Jesus tells Peter, Kepha, to step out of the boat, join him, and walk on the water. Peter complies. But that's when the real problem begins, because on our own, people can't, walk on the water. Verse 30. And when he saw the wind was violent, that's Peter, he was afraid and he began to sink, and he raised his voice and he said, "My Lord, save me." Now, the Aramaic verbs here are very, very interesting. I love it because Peter perfectly saw his situation, that he was going to sink in that water. He became completely overwhelmed with fear. I mean, total fear. It had totally gripped him, not a little fear, but that kind of fear that totally consumes you. He began to sink. This is when it really gets good, because as Peter was going down, his voice was going up. The Aramaic is clear to me that this contrast was exactly what Matthew's point was meant to be. Peter then cries out to Jesus almost like a command, "Save me from this." Verse 31, and immediately our Lord stretched out his hand and he held him and said to him, "O small of faith, why did you doubt?" Now, the Aramaic word here for stretched out only occurs in one other New Testament passage, and that's found in Acts chapter 26, verse 1, where Paul stretched out his hand as he spoke in his defense before King Agrippa. So this idiom also indicates power and it indicates control. You see, here's the point. When you're sinking into fear, depression, emotional turmoil, who do you call out to? Who do you reach up to? Who do you depend upon? Now remember, as this incident teaches us that God is ready and willing to stretch out his hand to rescue you no matter how bad the situation looks.